Shemai GTA chums, this is the podium vehicle this week. It's the Previon, a great little car for about 1.1 million or something as a tuner's car. You can do it for tuners races, but first we're going to do a little bit of a customization job on it and show you what that's all about. Oh, level 147, does that mean we've got our liveries unlocked maybe? Let's do that then. Customize it to the hilt. So is it worth it? Yes, it is. First off, it's a very good car. Not just because for enjoyers of was it the Sora? But I remember it as a Honda Prelude. Armor and brakes and all that is done to the max, by the way. First off, we're going to pick the color. So respray. We're going to go with primary color. Metallics will suit this. Oh, we could do a black. What was I thinking? Yeah, anthracite or a black steel. I think I've done this, but in a matte. But I'm going to add a little bit of a kink to it, I think, with some kind of... let's go dark steel with a pearlescent. Not rolled silver. This is a classic, by the way. Oh, we could use yellow. That would work mighty fine. Especially with this livery, but we're not going to. Gasoline green. What have we got? Blue. And surf blue. Surf blue is actually nice as a colour. But I think it's going to be ultra blue just to give that really definite kind of blue look to it. Great, there we go. Secondary colour classics. I feel like it's going to be something like a carbon black, a carbonara. What about white though? Let's have a look at ice white. Oh, you know what? Ice white does contrast a bit, so I'm going to go with ice white. There we go. Very nice. Let's have a look at what else we've got. Trim colour. Okay, we've got ice white on trim. I'm going to leave that. You see what it colours up the roof and all that. The dashboard is all done up and that. So, oh, it does do a little bit of the back as well. So that's good. Accent colour. Ultra blue is very good. Look, it colours up the dashboard lights and the stereo. Crew emblem goes on the door. We're not going to do a crew emblem, but we are going to look at the livery now that we've picked the colour. I was thinking of zero livery. Oh, that Karin looks great on the back. I was thinking zero livery, but the shopping list looks good. Funnily enough, let's just roll through. White on the front and black on the back. And we have the blue livery. That's a good one. There's a lot of good racing liveries on this car. They really benefit there. Just the Karin livery would be good as well. But it doesn't follow through the back line on the spoiler, for so that reason it's a no. So we're going to pick the shopping list with the white on the spoiler. Excuse me. Just got up and this is the first thing I'm doing. So bumpers, so front bumpers. So not quite with it yet, basically. That's what I'm saying. The reason why I picked the front bumper is got these little cutouts, and I do like that look. It doesn't look like the original, which is more like the custom front bumper. This is still a custom variant of the Prelude though, because it costs 1.1 million. Why wouldn't it be? Gonna leave it as it is. I like the drift setup. Diffuser, what have we got? Primary tipped diffuser, and we can get rid of the diffuser entirely. You know, I'm happy without a diffuser on the back. I think that's fine as well. But it is kind of a race car, but let's get rid of it. Go on. Let's just get rid of it to make it a bit cleaner. Engine block. Okay, we've got all these. I wouldn't bother with them. Look, I've even gone stock here because I can't be bothered. Rail covers, we've got all those. Maybe I'd buy the rail covers if I was going to buy one of those two. With a secondary kind of look to it, maybe. Look at these monster rail covers like this. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. You know I'm not going to bother. The strut brace, I think I've got a good strut brace. I've already selected that. I'm going to leave that. Air filters, whoa, we're still going, aren't we? Some decent ones, actually. Some decent air filters. Sorry for the growling there. Engine tunes are done to the max. Exhaust. Okay, the square exhaust do suit it, funnily enough. These are stock, which I don't really like. I do like these, though. We can go from square to circular to make it... We're going to go the big bore as well, not that. So I think we're going to go from square to circular. Got a bit of chrome look. Fenders. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Bolt-ons. Sorry, it's just like, I'll have a drink, man. There we go. Okay, we've got the bolt-on fenders there. Primary front fenders. I think it adds a bit of an accent to it. And the rear fenders, the stock rear fenders are good. We could add like primary rear fenders. Let's have a look at that. I mean, it's not really much different. It brings it out a little bit and makes it a bit more chubby. I suppose it bulks out the car, so we'll go with the primary rear fenders. Zero intercooler. Not really a big fan of them, but for fans of the channel, I like that darkness though that it offers. Let's have a look at the intercooler. That Anis one. If any, I would go for that one. It adds darkness and light, so we're going to pick it. Why not? Headlights. We've got the Neo headlight covers, but you can see you can pick any of those. We're going to stick with Neo. Bonnet. Hood catches, we've got 0, but you can put them on. We're not going to. Hood, vented hood. There are a lot of good hood options here. The big vent is nice. It elongates the car really with that single big vent. I like this one as well, but it's not really in keeping with the Prelude. So it's going to be remain with that one or go with that one. I'm going to elongate the bonnet. There we go. Very nice. Horn, no, interior. What have we got interior? Oh, Christ almighty. Let's just roll through these. These are stock is like that. I think stock is good. Or even just colour it up. You know what? I prefer colouring it up, I think. You still get all the same panels. Or maybe I don't. You have more customization ability with that. So we're going to pick the coloured interior dials. We've got the pouchos and whatever that you can change it. I'm not going to. Doors, similarly, the aluminium weave, whatever, they're fine. You can do all sorts. I like the stock seats. I'm not going to change those because I like them. Steering wheels, Formula Basic. This is good. Formula Basic is a nice standard wheel, not too expensive. You could go for something like a Sprint Lightweight, similar styling. This is probably one of the best ones, the Sprint Professional and the simple looking. I mean simple, but it was kind of race looking wheel. Roll cages. We have a half cage. We are going to use it. Well, we might use it for racing. Half cage. There's a proviso for that, using it for racing. It is a decent racer. You can race it in the LS tuners, but you need to set it up right. Mirrors. What have we got? Carbon weave? No. Stock or secondary. So I'm going to keep secondary. Plates. We don't need that. Respray. We've done. Roof. Okay, we can put a vent up there. I mean, in rally cars, you do need that vent to provide cooling because you don't have air conditioning. So let's pretend it's a rally build, and we'll go for that tuner scoop. Skirts. Yeah, I like the custom skirts. Those are nice. They have that bulging outness to them. Just for a little bit of difference. Yeah, go on. Splitters. Okay, this is where we can go stock. I like stock, and that black splitter is alright. Let's see what else. It goes too loud too quick. So we're going to get rid of the splitter entirely and keep a cleaner build to it. This small spoiler is ideal. I think no spoiler is best, but you need the traction bonus. That is the best looking car you're going to get. But if you want the second best, this is it. And then you don't make any compromises with performance. And we could go large, and we can go for all these. I do like these. Are kind of a bit too much for this build, and I think it's more for a proper race build. So we're going to leave it as it is. Sun strips. Similarly, the sun strips are good. There's some good options. The Fuckaroo is in there. Mein Macht. They're all there, but we're going to go with 0, I think. Now here's the most important choice you will make. It's competition suspension. There are slight differences between sport and competition. But I didn't find a great deal of difference. If you're struggling with the performance on the track, then try sport suspension. That might be a bit easier on the corners for you, but I'm happy with competition, so I'm going to go with that. Turbo. Wheel type. Okay, here we go. We're eyes down looking. Is this the track? No, it's a street. Concave mega mesh, obviously. Obviously we're not going to change that. Now you notice you can't see the brake calipers there, so we're going to keep it as it is, because that is covering up the sin of the brake caliper. We could go for a bronze or a yellow or even a white. The white looks good, and we have the white internals. It's a bit loud, but I'm going to do it. You've got to enjoy yourself. That means we have to change the tyres. Tyre design. It has to be Fuckaroo white. Yellow to blue tyre smoke to go with the overall build. Windows. We got the limo tint. You don't need to do that. Because it looks great inside. In fact, for race builds, should be more like that. But we're going to go for in between a light smoke. Very nice. Done. 9 minutes. I just like building these cars. There's a great car in the background as well, the Beetle. Let's get out of here because we need to talk about race performance. Oh, the sun is coming down. So race performance-wise, you can be at the top. This can compete with the Calico, even the, well, just about any car really. Track time, I think it's close. It's pretty close, but just below the top end. So you can race it, and you will beat people who are rubbish. Look at the lights. Those 90s lights are nice, and the front lights, they're tinted a little bit there. Very nice. The engine sound is excellent as well. You can tell it's a tuned engine. It sounds nothing like the original. It sounds like a turbo combine harvester. Amazing sounding engine, that means, by the way. Doesn't mean it sounds rubbish. Everyone knows combine harvesters and tractors have great sound engines. But look at the performance on those corners. It really is nice, I think. Let's have a look. So a bit of understeer there. Let's try that again. We're going to turn back around, but we're going to do something else. A bit of understeer on that corner. Try and remember that corner if you can. So we're going to go with vehicles. We're going to go with stance. So this is the one thing that you'll do to this car to improve the race performance. And the only car, I'm pretty sure this is the only car that you improve race performance by stancing it. Most of them, they're worse. Oh, come on, mate. Who's that? But look at that. Look at the understeer goes away. And you're looking at, I think it's a little bit of, oh, come on, mate. A little bit of oversteer. I think that's what we're looking at when we're cornering now. But the cornering is just about right. And I think it's probably not on par with the Emperor. But it's not far off. So if you look at this, you kind of build, when you build it like this, you're probably looking something more akin to the Emperor than the RS, the Sultan RS, or the certainly nothing like the, what is it, the Calico. Overrated car, really is an overrated car. They corner like a turd, not even off a shovel. You know, a solid turd that's been ground into the tarmac for days and days. You know, it just doesn't go around corners very well. But this, it has too much understeer. This is just beautiful at cornering once you set it up nicely, and it's good at cornering without that. But the main problem is, I suppose, if you don't have a race car, then you need to win this over at the old casino. If you don't have a race car. But if you already have a Sultan RS, then you might not want to win it. The reason is that the Sultan RS is faster at accelerating, top speed. So if you're liable to smash it on corners, then and not as clean at racing as some folk, then maybe this won't be the best car for you as an alternate to your current racer. But if you don't have a racer, definitely one to start off on. And it'll certainly teach you to race cleanly, because you're really relying on consistent lap times and faster lap times through cornering skill, and that is what this will give you 100%. Underrated car as well. People assume it's rubbish at racing, and it can be if the wrong driver's in the seat. And that's what it's all about, who's racing the car at the time. I've been beaten by Previons all day long, I tell you, in the Sultan RS as well, and the Growler. So, you know, it's a decent car, very much underrated. I'm going to show you the Podium car now. I didn't do any videos yesterday because I was out on a walk. No apologies for that, because I'm sure you found your way, and a lot of people find my videos through the algorithm anyway, so who knows if you even know I exist. But there we go, let's get in, let's see this. This is a great car. Honda Prelude fans, just win it basically. Make the effort to win it anyway, and add it to your collection, and try racing with it just for the challenge, just for the fun of racing something different. But just bear in mind, you cannot change the stance once you're doing the tuners races. Here it is, much worse customization. There's a stock wheels on it as well. Anyway, if you found this useful, give me your comments on it, your best setup for this car, and how you've done at racing it. That would be great. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.